how did I get below 15% body fat from above 20? Right now, I asked ChatGPT, and I know ChatGPT is not 100% correctly, but it says I'm around 13% body fat, and that's true, I think. But let's say I'm 15% body fat, and I was above 20%, as you can see on this photo, and I felt so much worse than I'm feeling right now. Right now, I feel my best. My testosterone is high. I have energy all the time. I don't feel stressed anymore because my hormones is optimized. And the reason I got that fat was because I was skinny. I was 60 kilograms, and I decided to bulk. I decided to gain weight. I decided to get stronger, and I was eating much food. I was doing dirty bulk. I was trying to gain weight as fast as I can, and it took me 1 year to gain 15 kilograms. So I was 60 kilograms. I gained from 60 kilograms to 75 kilograms. While I was doing boxing, I was doing tournaments, and I had to move a couple weight classes up. And I remember I ate crap. I was eating fast food. I was eating sugar, which is not the best way you do it. But I was prioritizing my protein. I was eating 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. So if you weigh 70 kilograms, you eat 140 kilograms. And at that point, I weighed 60 kilograms. I ate 120 grams of protein every single day. So I was not tracking my calories, but I was tracking protein. So protein was the only thing I was tracking. Yes, it was not the correct way to do it, but I didn't know. So I gained weight. I gained up to 75 kilograms, and I was fat with muscle. I was above 20% of fat, but I don't feel my best. I was having stress all the time, like high estrogen, high cortisol, high prolactin. While I was doing boxing, it was affecting my boxing performance. So I decided to optimize my hormones, and I decided to lose that extra layer of fat, lose those love handles. And then through my experience, I learned that the only way to do that is to optimize your hormones. Yes, I was doing calorie deficit. I started to track my calories. I ate 2 grams of protein per kilo body weight, as I did then. I was doing like 200, 300 calorie deficit, which is not much, because when you do too much of calorie deficit, you will ruin your hormones. You will feel less energized. It will affect your performance in the gym. I don't recommend it, because when you do deficit too much, you will have higher cortisol, you will have stress, and your body will run out of fuel at the end. Yes, the first 3-4 weeks you will lose fat while losing muscle, a bit of muscle, which will also increase your cortisol. And then after those 4 weeks, your body shuts down. And I learned that through my experience also on my body. So if I could go back and do it properly, I would optimize my hormones and do 200, 300 calorie deficit. Then back in 2024, at the beginning of the year, I was doing it incorrectly. I was doing high calorie deficit, like 800, 1000 calories deficit, and I was still eating crap but tracking my calories, and it affected my boxing performance, and I was having less energy in the gym. Yes, I lost some weight, I lost some fat. I maybe came down to 17, 18% body fat, but I gained that weight back again. So for 6 months ago, when I learned how to do it properly, I started a cut, like eating healthy, but then I couldn't get rid of eating sugar and fast food. So I cheated on my diet and then start over again, cheated on my diet, start over again. And it took me 3 months to finally have the willpower to start the cut. And for 3 months ago, I started eating healthy, 100%, no cheating, no cheat meals, cut out sugar, cut out fast food, no fast food. And right now, I'm feeling my best, having my testosterone is the highest it has ever been. I'll be 20 in 2 months, and I optimized for my hormones, I optimized for growth hormone, I optimized for testosterone. So finally, I lost that layer of fat, the last layer of fat. I'm around 15% body fat, and my goal is to come down to 10%. And the way I did it, like I said, through my experience, the last 3 months, what I learned was that you don't have to do that much calorie deficit, only like 200, 300. And the food you eat should be only animal-based foods like steaks, eggs, and some fish and fruit, vegetables, like stuff that is only healthy. So, because when you eat crap, even if you're in your calorie deficit, you will still have high cortisol, which will affect your testosterone, and your testosterone will not be optimized, and it will even drop. So eat only healthy food. You can even eat 500 more than your maintains and still lose fat while building muscle than if you ate crap but 500 calorie below your maintenance. So remember that, and don't listen to ChatGPT who tells you that if you eat protein shakes and cookies but are under your maintenance of calories, you will still lose fat. In comparison to 3000 calories, like if you're 500 calories above your maintenance but eating eggs and steaks, you will not lose fat. That is crap. That is insane that ChatGPT says something like this. So don't listen to ChatGPT on that topics. On those topics, you don't have to listen to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is not 100% correctly. Yes, you can ask some questions to ChatGPT and it will answer them correctly, but you know what I mean. So to get down from 20 above percent body fat to 15 and below, you have to optimize for your hormones and do less deficit than you are doing, like 200, 300 calories less than your maintenance, and eat only healthy foods, like I said, animal-based foods, and avoid eating crap like fast food, sugar. Cut that I don't want to say that bad word, but cut that crap out fully, like 100%. Only natural foods, and do that for maybe 2 months and you will see the results. It takes time to get out, like rid of that last layer of fat, but I think it is worth it. 2 months, 3 months to get down to 15% body fat, and you will feel your best you ever felt. I think that is worth it. That is worth the money and the effort. So optimize for your hormones. You will have less estrogen, you will have less stress, cortisol, prolactin. Those hormones were ruining your hormonal balance, ruining your testosterone, are not allowing you to have high testosterone. If you optimize for those hormones, you will have high testosterone, and when you have high testosterone, you will automatically get leaner and build more muscle mass. Right now, I'm the strongest I have ever been, and I'm feeling the best I have ever felt, and I'm the leanest. I'm in the best shape of my life. And that's only because I optimized for my hormones. I optimized for the cholesterol, for the fats, for the proteins, and for the carbs I was eating. So take notes.